Hello, and welcome to the Projects Relax Talk. I am your host, Smokey, and joining with me today is my primary guest, Spooge.
Hello.
Alright, so we are back at it again. Um, do you want to cover the frog article first, or do you want me to go first with an article?
Yeah, get the frog out of the way.
Alright,
It's
yeah, let's get
pretty
that
pretty
frog out
quick.
of the way. Make sure
All right,
to
and
send me the links as well so I can put them
I
in
was
the description.
yes, I'll actually do that now. Because I want you to see the picture of it because it's a pretty crazy ass looking little frog. Though it reminds
Alright.
me of an existing one, but I looked into it and they're not at all related. But we'll go into that.
It's not, it's kind of related. I kind of went down a rabbit hole of frogs that have like fake eyes on their backs.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that I've been looking into those. It really really creeped me out. The first one that I saw, I was like, oh, whoa, whoa, and I just had to look into it because it's not the same when it comes to my fear of amphibians is not the same when it comes to reptiles. It's
Wait till you
legitly
see this
just
little derpy fuck.
it's literally just a ooh. Yeah, it's a derpy old guy.
Uh, so yeah, they were just discovered. When were they just discovered? Oh yeah, it says right there, 05, oh 07, 2021. They were discovered in South American rainforest. I can't remember which one. I'm in a different article. One second. There we go.
Yeah, this one is kind of
They try to ham it up. They try to make it seem more interesting than it is. Because they call it a
yeah.
zombie frog, and the explanation for the name of zombie frog is because these frogs pretty much just stay in like the surface level dirt for all day.
Okay, I
Uh,
gotcha.
they don't really
They
come
don't.
up too much, and uh, and basically you have to wait till it rains, and they'll come up a little bit, and that's when they come out and like do their like call. They do like a massive like chirp, which is how they
Okay.
actually identified them as a new species because they identified the chirp as something new. Because you can actually a lot of people can just identify frogs just like by the vocalizations.
But I was
And
going
new
to get into it.
vocalizations are
Uh,
partially an evidence for a new species.
okay. I was gonna say that I do have a phobia of amphibians like I do reptiles, but that is more instinct. Like I don't want to react when I see them. That I just do that more. That's literally just instinct activating in my body when I jump up and I go,
Yeah,
oh. Like I don't I like I'm very embarrassed when I do that when it comes to a frog because it's like shit. It's just a frog.
yeah. The frogs are pretty much harmless as long as you don't like put them in your mouth
Yeah,
or like
I some you can lick and you can trip on real hard.
yeah,
Can cause
yeah.
you to have a real good trip.
The what is it the
But you
is it
definitely got
the
to
I
know
think it's
what you're
called the
doing.
Colorado River toad. Yeah,
Oh
I think
shit! You definitely got to know what you're doing with that because if you don't know what you're licking, you could accidentally lick something extremely poisonous.
you don't want to lick a poison dart frog.
Yeah, for
That's for sure.
sure. No, that when did that like doesn't that like kill you like as soon as you lick it? Like the venom, the poison,
Within
the toxins.
depending on the dose and like because actually like the frogs aren't like sometimes they'll have like different levels of like poison because
Yeah,
it sort of depends on like
levels of toxicity.
yeah.
Yeah.
So but it's definitely could kill you in minutes. I mean like the
Yeah, I know that
natives
it's extremely fast.
natives used them for their darts in that area. But more on this frog.
Yeah, I would probably freak out if I saw these, but the probably reason why we haven't discovered them until now is because of the dirt thing. Like we just haven't seen
Yeah, and
them.
this is the in the Amazon forest too, which is very much still like
Yeah,
unexplored. Like
yeah,
there's
it's still
probably I
got
mean that's another
so
place that's
many
just gonna be
undiscovered
rife with
species
yeah
and
new
stuff in that
species.
place.
I mean, it's because it's just like a deadly place. But
I
this is
wouldn't call them
specifically in
new. I call them undiscovered because they probably been
and I
here
want
for
to
like
specify this is
years.
specifically because the Amazon reaches across several countries. This is specifically in Guyana,
Okay.
which is
What
yeah,
is that
that's
relation to
in Brazil.
Brazil? Because Brazil's like a good
It's
chunk.
like I think it's to the south,
Okay.
right? Let me let me actually look that up. That's an easy thing to actually check. So I just need to put South America map.
Yeah, you literally just have to go to Google Maps to look that
Let's
up.
see. I don't want to. I'm not an expert on. Let's see. Where's Guyana? Oh, good. Good thing we double
Oh
checked because
yeah, I
it's
forget.
north.
I forget that you're freaking on an Apple product.
Yes.
I'm just like, just pull up your maps, man. What are you doing?
I didn't know there was a country called Cayenne.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew the cayenne pepper. But yeah, it's north of Brazil. So this is in the northern part of Brazil,
All right.
northern
All
part of
right.
the Amazon forest. And they were called zombies because as the researchers were digging in the mud, and this discovery goes to herpetologist Raphael Ernst, by the way, German, from Germany.
Okay.
They said like the researchers said they looked like zombies when they were burying them, like unburying them out of the, I guess maybe they were like lethargic. I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't really
see
get
how
the
I don't
yeah.
see. Looking at the picture, I don't see the zombie connection whatsoever. Even if it's like covered in dirt.
They look like they look more like the. Have you watched Stranger Things?
No, I have not watched Stranger Things. I was gonna say they look kind of like the what's that movie? I think it's called Basket Case.
Oh yeah. Oh, kind of yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, and it
But there's
kind of
also
looks like
something in
that.
Stranger Things for anybody who's seen that
And
that
you know
looks
what?
almost
You know
exactly
that
like this.
weird looking fish that like blobs out when it gets out of the water. That like it's got a weird look to it.
Hmm.
That's like a massive meme for a while. Like it
Yeah.
kind of
Oh,
reminds
the
me of that as
blobfish.
well.
Yeah. When you go deeper in the article, there's like a side profile, and then he kind of like looks like he sort of looks almost like what's his name? Oh, Excalibur from Soul Eater.
Oh yeah, he does. He does. Yeah, definitely giving me Excalibur with that side profile.
I would have definitely like gave this like a gnome name or something. It looks more
Yeah,
like it's like a fairy tale creature. It looks like it belongs in Harry Potter.
yeah, for sure. It's definitely not a zombie. Like that's that's definitely a terrible name for it. This ain't a zombie frog whatsoever.
Yeah. So, and it looks a lot like the purple frog. Have you ever seen the purple frog? I'll actually send you a picture real quick.
Nah, I
The
have
purple
not.
frog
But
has. That's why I thought this was going to be like a related, but they're not at all related.
oh,
But
I'm
they
looking
have
at it
similar.
now.
Yeah,
That
the purple frog is also one that goes underground too, and it
I'm
spends
not
more of
gonna
its time
lie.
underground.
If
It
I
goes deeper
saw
too.
if I saw that frog in real life, I'd probably freak out. The purple frog.
Oh, and and you should put in since I couldn't find because they were really like going on like the distinct call of the zombie frog, but they don't have any like recordings of it yet still, so I couldn't find anything on YouTube. They lie and they say they have one, but it's the video of that desert rain frog. So
Uh
don't be tricked.
oh no. I'm not. To give me a
Telling
day
everyone
off.
out there,
Well,
but
okay, good, good. I was
you
about to say there's gonna be no editing. There's gonna be
yeah yeah
light
yeah.
editing for these because I need a day
But
off.
you should look up the purple frog vocalization because I wonder if it's still like a some similar sound, just bit like how similar their faces are, like how
Yeah, I can
narrow.
actually, if you don't mind, covering the masses for a few. I can actually look. I
I'm
can
about
look
to
it up
send you
right
the
now.
I'm about to send you one. I think I think this is a good one.
I just want to make
Share.
sure that it's a proper one.
I'm sending it and I'll look at it too.
All right. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to mute my microphone.
Gotcha. Listen to the sound of the purple frog.
Waiting for the video to load. Hold on. I'm gonna talk while
Yeah, I got you.
this thing looks like it's from a fairy tale as well, though. If I'm being
Oh
honest.
yeah. I think actually this thing looks more like the Stranger Things thing because it looks a little bit creepier.
Like I said, I already said it. Like I would freak out if I saw that. Like this is a bit too unnatural looking. Like this doesn't look like it's supposed to be like naturally existing to me.
It looks like it something went wrong in its
Oh,
development.
oh, that helps. I ain't gotta.
These ones
Oh,
live in India, by the way. These are Indian. So
that
very a continent
it
away.
sounds. It sounds like dice.
Sort of not too crazy. I've heard crazier frog sounds.
Like
I mean
like
like
like you. It literally
Pac-Man
sounds like you
frogs.
put two. It sounds like someone shaking the Yahtzee thing.
Yeah, it does sound yeah, it does sound like the Yahtzee thing.
Like it literally sounds like someone is shaking the Yahtzee. I'm
It's
glad
funny
I
seeing
didn't
their
have to
whole
mute for
body
that.
puff up too. Yeah. Also known as pig-nosed frogs, by the way.
Well, yeah, I see that. I see that. I don't know why they're called purple frogs because they're not really purplish. They're more black. They got more of a black kind of look to them.
They kind of got a sometimes they're kind of like a pink too. They're kind of in
Gotcha,
between.
gotcha.
They're
I
kind of
can see
fleshy
like
like
their
that.
belly's kind of a light velvet type color.
Yeah, I'm sure their color kind of depends on also like their body temperature, just like how
Mm,
I don't know. There doesn't seem like there's a lot of actual pigment going on there. It seems like it's just kind of
all right, yeah.
frog skin's weird.
Okay. Well,
So yeah, that's a new species there.
that's the zombie
That's
frog.
that article.
All right. So, I'm going to cover my article that I got. All right. So, Black Widow lawsuit escalates as Scarlett Johansson team fires back at Disney. Boom, boom, boom. Scarlett Johansson's firing and suing Disney.
Oh snap! Was there any background to this? Because I was there any controversy before
Um,
this?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think this is like just sudden. But
Okay.
like a battle in a Marvel movie. This hold on. This article was by a Grimmane Lucier from a Gizmodo.com. Here we go. Like a battle in a Marvel movie, Disney and Scarlett Johansson continue to exchange punches. Pow, pow, pow. Yeah. It all
No.
began Tuesday. Not Tuesday. It all began Thursday when Johansson filed a lawsuit accusing Disney of breaching her contract for Black Widow, which guaranteed an exclusive theatrical release. Disney then replied with a statement that accused her of callous disregard to the COVID-19 pandemic and revealed her salary on the film of $20 million. The
Callous
Haymakers
disregard for the COVID?
callous, yeah. I guess because she's like suing them because she's suing them because they released her movie on Disney Plus,
Hmm.
and I'm guessing she's not since there is some legal troubles going on here. I'm guessing because her contract stated that she was only going to get the revenue from the theatrical release, that
Hmm.
the revenue from Disney Plus isn't going to her, and I believe the movie made like $50 million, and she was supposed to
Hmm.
get, she got the 20 million, of course.
Hmm. Okay.
Careless disregard. The Haymakers have continued Friday with Johansson's agency, Creative Artists Agency, released a statement firing back. I want to address the Walt Disney Company statement that was issued in response to the lawsuit filed against them yesterday by our client Johansson. They have shamelessly and falsely accused Miss Johansson of being insensitive of the global COVID pandemic in an attempt to make her appear to be someone they and I know she isn't. I'm not gonna lie. She's suing somebody. I don't even think this ain't even Scarlett Johansson doing this. Is some of her team members that just want a little more money in their pocket because this is petty.
Hmm.
Like
And I
this
mean,
is a petty.
it's petty both ways because I mean,
Yeah,
like
it is
Disney's just
petty.
like, oh, like, you guys, you know what, you guys suing us about us just putting it on Disney Plus and stuff. That's like, if you just want it in theaters and stuff, I guess you just want to like cause COVID.
Yeah, it is being petty, and I want
Jokes
to
being
bring
thrown. I
up
mean, this is Hollywood.
that I'm also going to. Emma Stone is considering on suing Disney over the Cruella release. So this is just going to cause a backlash of stars just jabbing Disney to get more money from Disney Plus because their contract didn't Disney Plus didn't even exist when their contracts were first written up. But
Oh,
yeah, yeah, you like Black
okay, yeah, I
Widow
get it
was
now.
when does Disney Plus finally get released? Because I know it's a new streaming service. Black Widow was
I don't
supposed to
know.
come out
They've
in
been talking.
2019.
Yeah, and they've been talking about that Black Widow movie for like ever.
When did it come out?
Because I know, like, isn't there like wasn't
Yeah,
there
yeah,
like a
November.
huge
Oh my
leak,
God! This
like
okay, yeah.
super
This
long?
is no.
Oh,
It's only been around
sorry.
since 2019. Literally
Yeah,
the
and
year,
when there,
dude. This is aggravating. This bothers me. Johansson's literally fucking suing them for something that didn't exist when they wrote up the contract.
I mean, that makes sense because it's like it changed the contract because she signed a contract for just like a theatrical release, but it wasn't supposed to be just something for their own platform. That was, that only people could buy. I actually see why there's a lawsuit for this now.
I, I, I don't
The
know.
more it's been explained, because I think it
No.
is
I
like
think
Disney didn't like.
no. The reason why
So
I'm
if
kind of on the
Disney went
fence.
behind their backs and just like changed things around and like fucked them over, like without like
I
compensating or
don't
like
see
or
that.
reassuring them or like filling them in on like what the change was going to be, if they're just like, no, you know what, you're exclusive now, they're
I'm
like,
actually gonna play devil advocate. Disney is a company, and if the contract doesn't state that they have to inform them if anything's going to change or anything, they're not obligated whatsoever. And I'm going to assume that Disney Plus wasn't even like Disney Plus might have been an idea, but when Scarlett Johansson's contract was written, Disney Plus
mm,
was not even a thing like that because you got to think 2019 was when the film was released, so they filmed it probably 2016 2017, edited it 2018, and just did what everybody else does and just waits to release the film.
mm.
So you got to think of the timeline here. It's not that like Disney Plus was like they thought Disney Plus was going to be a thing when they wrote up the contract. They didn't even know, so they couldn't put a Disney Plus clause into the contract because it wasn't even a thing. So I can see where Disney's like,
So if it wasn't in there, I could see why you could just try to dispute it in a lawsuit though.
yeah. I like I said, I'm on the fence of this. It's a petty
No, me
lawsuit,
too. I mean, I
especially.
really don't give a shit
Yeah, I don't give a
what
shit
the outcome
either.
is.
I just wanted an article to cover, to be honest,
Oh no,
and
no.
I
I
was
mean,
like,
it's still
oh,
interesting. I just meant like I don't care. Like I'm not gonna feel bad if Disney wins this out or if,
I'm I'm not gonna care if anybody wins this. This is just
yeah.
I do care though that if I don't want other stars thinking that they can follow up and sue Disney because if Disney's dealing with a bunch of lawsuits, then that's going to completely change how they deal with their contracts and everything, and it's going to completely affect it. This can, if it comes negatively, it can affect a lot of stuff down the line. Like this can have a snowball effect in the long run.
Disney knows what it's doing with lawsuits. That's one of its specialties.
Yeah, yeah, I get that that is a
It
thing.
traded animation like it traded like
I just
wonderful
want to point
animation
out
for like wonderful representation.
I just want to point out there is a possibility that this can affect future projects of Disney in a negative light,
Yeah, possibly. I don't
and
know.
I just don't
Future
want to see
Disney
that.
projects are, yeah. Probably more. I feel like it's gonna more affect things, and I don't know.
I mean, it's a good thing Black Widow is no longer in the MCU, so we don't have to worry about like her being written out of any roles or anything like that. Like we can definitely Scarlett Johansson's never going to play Black Widow. We can assume that.
Yeah, and they're probably if they ever do a Black Widow, it'll be like the second one, the blonde.
Yeah, for sure. It's that I don't think Scarlett Johansson's going to be able to play another Disney. I don't think Disney's going to give her another contract after this.
Nope. And you know what? She might be dodging a bullet there too.
All right. Yeah, could be. We never know. So should I cover another article or
I don't think I have anything else.
well, it's the iceberg segment if I don't cover another article.
Oh, uh, I mean,
Are you ready or do
uh,
do you
if you have another article,
Yeah,
definitely
I
go for
got
it.
a couple of I actually collected a few articles just in case we needed some. All right, so
Yeah, yeah.
this is more of a personal kind of I'm conflicted on this because I love Animal Crossing. I love Animal Crossing New Horizons. But this one I want that there was I'm just going to get into the article. It looks like Animal Crossing is getting a long requested addition. Data mine suggests fan favorite feature will be added to New Horizons. Uh, the Roost Cafe shop appears in several Animal Crossing installments. The shop is typically ran by a character Brewster, who will sell players coffee and eventually allow them to work in the shop to earn special rewards. In previous Animal Crossing games, the roost has sometimes been situated on a separate floor of the museum. According to the latest data mine, the 1.11 patch added camera perimeters with the reference IDR Museum Cafe. This follows additions in the previous version 1.10 update where new camera settings for IDR Museum Cafe were found, in addition to reference to a third type of museum entrance known as IDR Museum Entrance 03. Version 1.11 code also reportedly contains I am not that a huge that is code that they provide the code that I'm not going to cite because that's long. They provide the
Mm,
code in the article, which seemingly for further indicates preparation for an arrival of the museum expansion in a future update. Hint of a New Horizon plans for a coffee shop expansion first appeared more than a year ago when another data miner found references to the coffee shop in an art gallery, the latter of which was officially released soon after. Earlier this week, Nintendo reassured fans of Animal Crossing New Horizons that more free content is in development. More free content for Animal Crossing New Horizons is currently in development for this year. It is said more information will be shared in the future, so please stay tuned. Thank you for your support and patience. Nintendo released New Horizons' first update in 3 months last week, adding weekly fireworks shows and new seasonal items. Alright, so I'm upset that they're adding the cafe to the museum. Cause Animal Crossing New Horizons is way too small.
Mm.
That I have well over 230 hours in Animal Crossing New Horizons, so I like to. I know what I'm talking about here. My island is way too small. Way too small. I literally have it to where I just do a lap around I just do a lap and I've completed all my chores and stuff, and it's getting to the point where I don't even play it anymore. It's just no point
Mm.
because I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get up, do the lap, sell the items, and save the game. Like that's it. Like there's no
Mm.
like I want a new building to. I want a new build. I don't want to fucking upgrade my museum again. I want a new building to place on my item, and I want them to expand the island. Just
Mm.
spread that shit out because it is so small. Like I'm scared to, like you can decorate on your island and stuff, but I don't want to because it feels so congested already. Like I have to get rid of like huge plots of trees and stuff, which I don't want to do. Have to do deforestation on my island
Mm.
just so I can decorate, and I don't want to do that. I like the natural look. I want it to be foresty, you know?
Mm.
I know you can't put anything on this. It's just it's upsetting that we're not getting a new building and we're just getting another museum upgrade.
Yeah, I understand.
But yeah, that was the Animal Crossing one.
All right.
It is.
So I guess I'll add. Oh yeah, what?
No, go. You continue.
Oh, okay. Um.
Oh wait,
So
are we?
I guess.
Are you getting into Moloch?
Yeah. That's why I was wondering what you're about to do.
I was going to introduce the Iceberg segment.
Oh yes, thank you.
We are about to get into the Iceberg segment. It's gonna get chilly and we're gonna get deep. All right, Spooge.
Oh yeah. Well, this is sort of an ongoing thing. Like I'm not. I mean, other than the Bible, I'm not citing too many sources right now because uh, I'm still looking into this.
Yeah, well, it's the iceberg segment. That's what the iceberg segment is for. This is a deep dive segment.
Mhm. Well, it all started with the finding out exactly who Moloch was, and then I found a connection to like because he's if you haven't listened to any of the other episodes, Moloch is the only mentioned in the Bible. He was a rival god, an evil one that the people of Canaan or the just other Jews that
What
weren't
the
loyal
Christian
to
faith would
Yahweh.
call a false idol.
Yes, and yeah, he used to be. I mean, I think even in the Bible, like there's a time when he just kind of like existed, uh, like along with Yahweh when it was like kind of okay because there's a period where like Yahweh's like okay you like just worship me, just ignore those other places, but we can live. You're allowed to like to live among them, and then he's like, you know what, genocide all these fuckers later.
Yeah, I got you. And the Crusades and
but
stuff. Yeah, I got you.
but what I started going down was the fact that there may have been used to be child sacrifices to Yahweh because there's some archaeological finds to some idols that had the letters of the name of the Hebrew name of Yahweh, which is like just like the four letter like name of it. I forget what that's
Okay.
called because a lot of the gods have like that four-letter like weird like no, and there's always like no vowels in between too. Like I think the Yahweh one is like Y like I forget what it is. Let me see, let me look that up.
Yeah, he.
I need to actually look up to why they act. what that is, but it's like on the pottery and stuff.
Gotcha, gotcha. So,
But I started seeing that maybe that Moloch was a split of Yahweh, just like how maybe Baal was a split of Yahweh. I started going down that rabbit hole of the fact that maybe uh, Baal is like the same as Yahweh too. They're all children of El, which is the was the lead god in the Canaanite pantheon.
okay.
But
All right.
I was going down for another thing to see like if there's any other gods that could be Moloch, and I went to the Canaanite god of that's named Mot, and he's the god of death. And there's actually a lot known about him. He's not just there's not just attestations in the Bible. He's we actually have stories like that were passed down. Like we have lore with this guy.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, with him and Baal.
All right. Gotcha,
He
gotcha.
was pretty much the villain god of Baal.
Okay, gotcha.
And there's even a story where Baal asks him to come to surrender to him, and that he should because Baal's the god of gods, uh, but death would never or Mot and this is something I want to clarify too. Mot or Maweth is interchangeable, and Maweth comes from Mot and is just means death in Hebrew. So
Okay,
this is like
gotcha.
the personification of death too, not
All
only a
right. So
god,
they
you
literally
know.
just gave them they gave them the name and everything. Gotcha.
Yeah, which makes sense that they'd get the name death since I mean, they're Canaanites.
Gotcha, gotcha.
As much as they want to separate themselves from it. But Moth said that Moth took up the challenge and said that his he's unsatiable, that his appetite is like the lions of the wilderness and can never be quenched, and that he'll come to devour Baal, and he did.
Oh, wow.
He
Okay.
killed Baal. Yeah, he killed Baal, and it apparently caused like a pseudo apocalypse, like all the crops dried up and stuff, and the sun goddess like even like went away to because she had to go and bury Baal and like attend his funeral, so like the sun was gone for a while. And she got mad. She goes and she like fucking kills Mott. But Mott comes back too because I guess Mott, since you can't really kill death.
Yeah, I get
uh,
that.
El goes to the underworld and brings him back because he's like, we can't have all these fucking crops drying up. And then Bale and Mott fight again and have like a super like almost apocalyptic battle. And El comes down and tells him to knock it off. And El tells Mott that he's like, you like if you continue doing this, that I'm just gonna like I'm gonna end you. Like you're no longer gonna be protected, you know. So Mott fucks off, and that's that story. But there's some interesting connections in there because I think there's a which Bible verse was it that it mentions death's appetite being unending too, and it's actually in the Bible.
All right, that's cool. That's cool.
Not to mention the many verses that refer to death or Maweth as an entity, personified. You know, like speaking death as if it was a name. You know, and okay, yeah, and so so that brings a connection to the destroyer angel in the Bible too. This is the one that would have that is credited for taking the firstborn sons of Egypt, which is super symbolic of firstborn sacrifices that may have been done to Yahweh, and the binding of Isaac, which is the whole Isaac being almost sacrificed, and that being the man's binding back to God after he got kicked out of Eden. So so when what I'm trying to say anyway is that I've been finding that I can't connect Mott to Moloch at all, but I have been connecting Mott to Azrael, the angel of death. So that took me, it spiraled me into a whole different place, and now I'm in a dead end again. So that's where I'm at with Moloch. So basically, back to where I started.
Okay, it sounds like you are.
Yeah, but but basically, like it's weird that it seems like the Hebrews took an evil god and then made it like God's sidekick.
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
It switched him up to be an angel. I mean, basically,
Yeah,
and made
okay, I
Baal
understand.
and switched Baal to be a false idol and evil demon.
All right, gotcha, gotcha.
And El basically got fused with Yahweh. Like El, when like with Hebrew people, or like them referring to El is them referring to Yahweh or Elohim.
All
Even
right,
Christians
all
today
right.
like will refer to God as El or Elohim,
Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
and also Jehovah, and
That
also
yeah,
all
that
the other ones
very
that are
deep
just
iceberg you're going down, man.
synonyms. Yep,
You
and
got a
that's the
very deep
problem.
iceberg here.
It's a deep iceberg, and it's mostly deep because of synonyms and same
Yeah,
sounding words.
I get that.
Because
Like it makes it so deep.
I do want to add also that Malak, like this is ML, what's the little like, why am I blanking out? It's like the colon that's on top that you put.
Yeah, I get you.
AHK is the Hebrew word for angel. Melech is the Hebrew word for king. Maweth or Molet is the Hebrew word for death. There's a lot of same sounding things for like Moloch that Moloch could be.
Yeah, I got you. I understand that.
so so that's the insanity I'm spiraling down.
And it seems like we're literally just still on the surface of the iceberg. It hasn't seemed we
Yes,
haven't even breached the water yet.
this yeah, we're
Like,
on the very tip top, and it's a big giant one. It's like the one that's like it looks big, and then you go under and you find that like under the water it's like three times the size.
okay, gotcha, gotcha. So
Alrighty.
it's basically what
Yeah.
I hate to say this is gonna be insensitive, but I'm gonna call it a Titanic iceberg that we're on right now.
Yep. And we're just crashing it. I just noticed it and went, "Uh-oh, we need to turn this thing around." As I'm
And we're not
tipping
gonna be
out of
able to
my
turn around in
flask
time.
and getting blown by the waitress.
All right. Well, that was this episode of the Projects Relax Talk. Um, if you made it this far to through the video, thank you for listening this long. I know this one was a bit rough, but we're still trying to get the feel of these episodes and how they're. It's more of a free flow, and it, like I said, this is to give me. I've put a lot on my palette with this channel, and this is just to
Mm.
give me a day, because I'm writing, I'm editing videos, I'm recording, I'm doing so much trying to get the channel going, and it's just you got to do research for topics. It's a lot, and I need to give myself a day through the week, and these episodes are perfect because I literally, unless I have to splice something in, which that takes nothing, as long as we have a appropriate pause, these
Mm.
episodes will give me that break that I need. But yeah, thank you
And a
again.
lot of times I wish I could put a little bit more effort into things too, but
Well, I
I'm
kind of
so
don't
drained.
expect you to, because it's not like we're getting compensated for this work or anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no.
This is just our hobby right now. This ain't nothing to fret at.
No,
I
even
I
if
want
you
it to become
did make
something
money
else,
off of
but
this, I just let you have it. Honestly, just to put into the channel.
yeah, the I mean, I there's nothing more I can put. The relocating is the next step for the channel, as we need
Oh yeah, that'll
relocate.
that'll be a game changer. That'll be
Yeah,
a game changer.
but yeah. Thank you again for listening to us rambling for 40 minutes. Please like the video, leave a comment what you think on the articles and on the iceberg we're covering so far. Share the video, especially on Reddit. I'm guessing if we get on Reddit, that'll help. Share this on your Reddit. Uh, Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and turned on notifications. Thank you
Hell
for
yeah.
listening to. Thank you for listening to Relax Talk.
Ave Moloch.
All right, this will be bye bye.
Bye bye.